John Mayer's entry into the world of the Grateful Dead didn't come through industry connections or years of calculated networking. It began by accident. In 2011, while listening to music on Pandora, John Mayer heard the song Althea, and something just clicked. What started as a passing listen turned into a full-blown obsession. Mayer dove headfirst into the Grateful Dead's massive, decade-spanning archive of music, immersing himself in the band's unique blend of folk, blues, psychedelics, and improvisation. By the time he released his album Born and Raised in 2012 and Paradise Valley in 2013, the influence of the Grateful Dead had already seeped into his songwriting. Tracks like Queen of California showed clear inspiration from the Dead's 1970 acoustic heavy albums like American Beauty and Working Man's Dead. There were lyrical nods to artists in the Dead's orbit, Neil Young among them, and even structural similarities to their jam-oriented approach. These albums marked Mayer's shift away from pop towards a more rootsy, exploratory sound. Then came a pivotal moment in 2015. While guest hosting The Late Late Show, John Mayer invited Bob Weir, rhythm guitarist and co-founder of the Grateful Dead, to perform Althea, the very song that had started it all for him. The performance sparked an immediate musical chemistry. Soon after, through John Mayer's producer Don Was, he was invited to join a new project, Dead & Company, which is a live touring band featuring Bob Weir, original Grateful Dead drummers Bill Kritzman and Mickey Hart, and bassist Oteil Burbridge. The offer was monumental. Mayer, who was known for his polished, bluesy pop hits like Daughters and Waiting on the World to Change, was stepping into the spot once held by Jerry Garcia, an icon whose legacy defined generations of live music. For Mayer, it was a huge leap into improvisational, community-driven musical culture that demanded deep reverence and knowledge. To prepare, Mayer treated the gig like a boot camp. He studied obsessively, not just learning the songs, but trying to internalize the spirit of the Dead music. He documented his admiration openly, once saying, "I'm only here as an interpreter of a master. I play in constant emotional, psychological, and musical deference to Jerry Garcia." Skeptics were inevitable. Some longtime Deadheads questioned whether a mainstream pop artist, despite John Mayer's guitar chops, could capture the ethos of Garcia and the Grateful Dead's improv style. But Mayer let his preparation and performances speak for themselves. He even redesigned his gear to better channel Garcia's sound. He collaborated with PRS. They developed the Super Eagle 2, a highly customized guitar with preamps, coil taps, and a tonal layout directly inspired by Garcia's own instruments. Live, John Mayer embraced the collaborative dynamic. With Bob Weir as a guide and a crowd of faithful fans before him, John Mayer found a new musical identity, one defined not by chart hits, but by connection, spontaneity, and community. As he later said, "All I ever really craved was a community." In Dead & Company, he found it. In doing so, John Mayer hasn't just honored the legacy of Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead, he's helped carry it forward and pass it on to a new generation.